It's hard to hate these sprint races when we keep getting bangers like that. 3 safety cars, a new winner with McLaren finally winning since Monza in 2021. Yes, it's a sprint race, but it's exciting. A rookie that got pole after 30 years? Absolutely exciting. And a 3-time world champion with Max Verstappen. Outstanding by Max. What he's done, the video's got to start off talking about his historic, amazing season. If you guys do enjoy the videos, please leave a like and subscribe. That means the world for me. So thank you so much. Let's get into the rest of the video. Max has been phenomenal. I mean, since his drive in 2016 in Brazil in the wet, he's been on everybody's radar, and we've always thought when this guy gets a championship winning car, he will compete with the likes of Lewis and Vettel at that time. And he just comes to show that he does not stop winning in the fashion that he wins. I mean, to me, the best drives that I've ever seen from Max Verstappen was in 2022 Japan, in that short race that we had. He had a 27-second gap in a 28-lap race. That is absolutely insane. And then in Brazil, that beautiful wet weather drive. I mean, the kid's amazing. The kid is amazing, and you just can't fault him by any means. The guy is just good. Yes, it's an amazing car, but you gotta sit down, applaud how amazing of a year he is having. Let's get more into the sprint race and let's talk about every other team. First of all, let's shout out Oscar. Oscar, man, phenomenal. Phenomenal from Oscar, and what this guy has been doing in his first year as a rookie. This guy's gonna be something special. He already is, but as he improves tire management and how he is in the race, he's gonna become even better and better and better. He is thrilling. And I love him. I really do love the type of personality this guy is. A very, very relaxed type of guy, but you can tell that this guy is just, all he cares about is racing. He wants to win. He has that Max Verstappen personality, except he's not as loud and blunt as I would say for Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen tells it how it is. Oscar, very soft, reserved, but yet again, just cares about racing and winning. Purely a winner. And throughout his career, he has been, so I expect him to keep continuing this. Lando had a pretty rough start, but great way to make up. Russell's dive into that turn was a bit naughty, but it was nice. It was nice. Russell was very fun to watch. Russell gets these thrilling starts. I gotta give it to him. Him on his reactions, chef's kiss. He's very good at that. Fernando also had a good start. Got caught up in between with Verstappen actually cutting him off. And then the soft tire runners. Anybody that had a soft tire, man, it was like surviving. Try and survive. Ferrari started up high, so they got lucky, and same with George Russell, but those tires were dead. And George by lap 12 said, we should pit, the tires are dead. If he would have pit and went for the softs, he would have been screwed. He wouldn't have been able to overtake, 10 cars he would have to overtake to get within P8? It's not worth it at that point. So the soft tire runners, definitely the wrong strategy. Worked out for the first 5 or 6 laps, and with 3 safety cars, they still couldn't make it. I mean, when I first saw soft versus medium, I was like, what are they doing? Because in qualifying, the tire was only good for 2 laps. You think it's going to be good for 19 laps in this desert heat and with all the sliding that's already been happening? It was definitely a big gamble that didn't pay off, but hey, you try, right? Medium runners were fantastic. Lewis Hamilton, got to give him his props, was beautiful in racing. By the way, if you watch the racecraft and how he was setting up Leclerc and even Gasly to make the mistake, come on, dude. That was beautifully done by Lewis. Same thing with Max. Max's overtakes were just purely clean, mainly on the DRS, but also how he was setting everybody up to get closer to them. Very impressive from Max. Leclerc had a nice overtake. I got to give both the Ferrari boys props, even though these guys love to fight, man. It's going to be a feisty battle till the end of the year. Lando had my overtake, though, of the race for sure, and I don't think anything's going to beat it on Sunday. That overtake from the outside on Leclerc, was dirty. This track might get slack. I think it's very enjoyable. It's a hard track to overtake. It's difficult in the slidiness, the whole graining, but it's fun, dude. You got to admit, watching in this nighttime, you see all the lines on the cars, that beautiful, slick, shining light. It's fun. It's fun. You gotta sit back and enjoy some Formula One. The sounds that you hear, the sparks that were flying, the Ferraris and the Red Bulls were sparking like crazy. It was a very fun race. Albon also fantastic to get himself into P8. The dude started last, practically. Was almost last on the grid, got all the way up because of a right tire choice. Williams, congrats, you guys. You guys are doing super well this season. I hope it continues into 2024. I want them to be better. I love myself a Williams team. A lot of great stories to come out of this. I mean, insane that we have another race winner, and this is a rookie, somebody that's not even been in our sport for a very long time. He technically has a win over Lando. Lando still has no wins. I mean, his Grand Prix wins. That doesn't really count in my head. Yes, it's awesome that Oscar won, but Lando and Oscar, I still think Lando is obviously the better driver, but it's not going to take long for Oscar to come in and say, listen, it's my team now, buddy. I think 2024 is going to be a real deciding factor between the two of them on what happens. As for Perez, by the way, I say Perez like this because I speak 2 languages and sometimes in the other language I roll my R's, so I get a whole bunch of, stop trying to say Perez like this. I literally say it like that, it's just how I speak. I don't say Perez, like that to me sounds odd because I speak 2 languages, so that, just to get the commotion out of the way. For Perez, it wasn't his fault in this crash. Honestly, it was Ocon for being too ambitious. I mean, his defending is always pretty crazy, so it was way too aggressive this time, put Nico into him, and that caused a unfortunate crash, because actually Checo was setting up a good move, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him. What this sets up for the race is that McLaren, I wish they were higher, but Mercedes could be deadly. Honestly, with George and Hamilton, if they get a jump on Verstappen in the beginning, if they make this a mandatory 3-stop, we could see an easy medium, medium, hard. I think that's what's going to be predicted here for the strategy, because if you go with the softs, clearly they fall off after a little bit. Riding them even longer would be tragic. It's got to be a medium, medium, soft here if it's a triple stop, depending on what they end up doing. Be very risky unless there's safety cars to go for a soft tire. Mercedes will be strong here. Aston Martin in race pace trim with an actual good tire will be pretty deadly. Honestly, they could be catching other cars too. I say Aston Martin, Alonso Martin could be deadly. Hopefully Lance can actually get himself up. I hope he has a good race. I hope Checo has a good race. Let's have another fun race for tomorrow. It's going to be close between the whole entire field. I love this. So competitive, so fun. Will Max run away with 30 seconds? Maybe, but the rest of the field will be very close and very enjoyable. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. It would mean the world, and peace.